In a world where stability reigned supreme, one woman walked away from certainty. She traded in comfort for chaos, pay slips for pressure, and chose to bet on the only thing she truly trusted, herself. This is Holly, a fearless founder, a relentless problem solver, and a professional oversharer on a mission to tell the truth about what it really takes to create brands from scratch. No filters, no fluff, just the crazy chaos of entrepreneurship. It's the keeping up with the Kardashians of brand building, but with more spreadsheets, some glam, and hopefully fewer Kim K ugly cries. This is not just a YouTube channel. This is HVB's founder show, and the show you didn't know you needed. What are you waiting for? Let's get into it.
I'm getting ready, I'm going out. This morning, the way that I was feeling when I woke up, I might as well have just stayed in bed. But got myself ready, and I'm going to a gorgeous event with Sassy Saints. I'm really excited because what I want to do is pin the two founders down. They're two best friends, and I want to ask them questions for the channel. So wish me luck. I'm hoping that they will be down for it. The weather is weathering. I'm wearing a Sandro dress. Donnie said he thought the shoes looked awful. Well, not awful, but he said that he didn't really like the shoes, but they're not particularly shoes that a man would love, let's be honest. I personally think that they give it an edge. So I'm wearing the shoes. Never let a man tell you what to wear. You should wear what you want to wear always. Never ever don't wear what you want to wear, regardless of what anybody says. So, Sandro dress, Chanel shoes, Dior handbag, Dior lip gloss. What else? Sunglasses, ASOS, got those the other day. And we're going to go a couple of hours in Covent Garden. Very excited, going to take you with me. And fingers crossed, there will be an interview in this episode. Guys, I absolutely failed at that. There was so much going on. The girls were crazy busy. And honestly, I interviewed them, but I just wasn't able to get a camera in their face. There was so much going on. Sassy Saints is an incredible brand. It was such an incredible opportunity to speak to two female founders who are best friends and through lockdown and COVID created a business together to bring the salon to you. They've built some of the numbers that their CMO were talking about. You can tell that their business is incredibly successful. Their whole business works entirely remote, so they are not based from an office. There is about 25 to 28 employees. The CMO is based in Lisbon. The founders are from the Netherlands. So they have teams all over the world. And I think it's really inspiring and super interesting to be able to see that they can actually build a business that way, because obviously nowadays a lot of businesses run that way and it just isn't typically what I would be used to. When I was at Skin Rocks, obviously we were working in the office predominantly. Mondays and Fridays were flexible and working from home, but by the most part we were in the office because collaboration was really important to us as a brand. So it was really comforting to see that they'd run a business really effectively by running it remote. And they have time and stuff together. They tend to try and meet, they said, every quarter. And it was just really cool how transparent they were. They were super interested in hearing how they could make themselves better. They've got a really cool ambassador program, which incentivizes obviously 15% of any sale goes to the content creator, but also 15% off obviously for the consumer. So it's a really generous affiliate program based on the fact that obviously they're essentially giving 30% off. Super impressed with the products. The products are really top quality. They're not the cheapest of products, but I do think that you do get what you pay for with this. And obviously the packs themselves last a long time. And I think the fact that the brow lamination kit itself alone probably costs less than what one full brow lamination would cost if you were to go to a salon. So it's definitely a way more affordable experience. I was sat across from Rue, who's one of the co-founders, and I was asking her how she evolved from the brand from starting. Did she anticipate that the brand was going to be this big? And to say that they launched in 2021, the idea was born in 2020, but they are doing huge numbers. Really phenomenally impressive. A large portion of their sales are generated through paid. Paid is huge for them. They actually said that they had 1,000 campaigns running at any given time, which is insane. They said about 3% of them really exceed expectations. Of the rest, it's very much test and learn with paid performance marketing. You never really know which content is going to take off. They're constantly learning what content works well and what doesn't. So that was really interesting because we are having big conversations about paid. Paid will be a huge part of our brand. Paid is a huge part of any brand these days. They also incentivize their ambassadors that if you have strong performing content, they will actually pay you to put spend behind it, which is really important. Being on the other side of it as a brand and seeing how creators' content is used in paid. They said that they've got talent on their books that literally live from the money that is generated from sales as talent and as creators, which is really impressive, and it just shows how much they support them. I learned so much. And that's why I absolutely love going to these events with brands, speaking to founders and really just understanding how they run their business. And they did everything they could to accommodate my gluten-free, my dairy-free and my egg-free, which I was really appreciative of. Everything on the menu I could eat. I was really blown away about like the attention to detail. Just so nice, such lovely girls, and was so inspiring. And I'm really looking forward to when that's us. It's scary, but so exciting that one day will be us, and like being able to sit down with. That event was for their ambassadors. It had an event earlier for press. One of the journalists actually from Good Housekeeping ended up coming to the influencer ambassador event, which I was actually super grateful for because she was sat next to me, Florence, and she was so lovely. We had such a good time. She's a big fan of Italy, so we bonded over that. And next 2 days are consumer-led events where they have events with their consumers and their customers and they invite them all down. That is just so important that a brand is doing that. And it's really clear that as a brand, they put their customers first. I've been really impressed with the product so far. So if you haven't checked them out, then definitely do. Sassy Saints. I'm sure you would know about them, and I'll pop the code below and a link to everything, but it's basically 15% off everything on site. So I am going to lie down now. I'm tired. And I think this might be the end of the episode. So if it is, I'm going to see you next week. See you next Sunday. Thanks for watching, and loads of love.